Welcome back for another deep dive. This time, we're headed to Duvall, Washington.
Duvall?
Yeah.
Okay.
To take a look at their 2024 draft transportation plan.
Interesting.
Now, I know what you might be thinking.
Yeah.
A small town's transportation plan.
Right.
That doesn't sound too thrilling.
Uh-huh.
But trust me, there are some pretty surprising insights in here about how even these small towns are dealing with these big changes.
I'm intrigued.
And honestly, this document, this PDF, is dense.
Oh, yeah.
Like they crammed every statistic and traffic projection possible into one PDF.
Sounds like fun.
But that's why we're here.
Right.
We've weeded through it all and are ready to share some of the more fascinating bits with you.
You might be thinking, why do I care about Duvall? I don't even live there.
Right.
But what's interesting here is these local issues connect to larger trends across the whole country.
Yeah.
We're seeing this kind of growth pressure in small towns everywhere.
Uh-huh.
And it really makes us think about how we want our cities to function. Do we want to be so car dependent? Or is there a better way?
So first things first.
Go.
Duvall is considered an urban growth area, a UGA.
Right.
What does that even mean?
So a UGA is basically an area that's been designated for future growth.
Okay.
It's a way to manage development, make sure that things like roads and utilities can keep up with the growing population.
Got it.
Yeah.
So how much are we talking here? How much growth?
Well, Duvall's projected to add about 890 new homes and almost 1,000 jobs by 2044.
Wow.
That might not sound like a lot, but remember, this is a very small town.
Right.
So that kind of increase is going to have a big impact on their infrastructure and just the feel of the entire community.
So almost doubling the number of homes.
Yeah.
More people, more jobs.
Yeah.
Does this mean traffic jams in a town known for its quiet charm?
Well, that's a good question.
Because according to the plan, all 29 major intersections are operating at an acceptable level.
Oh, wow.
It's called level of service, or LOS.
Okay.
Right now, Duvall is in the clear.
So what does level of service mean?
Well, they describe it as how smoothly traffic is flowing, like a grade on a test.
Okay.
And A means traffic is moving great, and F means it's completely gridlocked.
So Duvall has all A's?
In 2023, yeah.
Oh, okay.
But in Table 4.3, things aren't looking quite as good in the future.
Oh, no.
By 2044, they're projecting 3 intersections along Main Street.
Yeah.
That's the main road through town.
Right.
Are going to be operating at a failing level.
An F.
An F.
Yikes.
And Main Street isn't just for local traffic.
What do you mean?
Duvall has a bit of a truck problem.
A truck problem.
Well, maybe not a problem for the trucking companies.
Right.
But definitely something residents are aware of. If you look at Figure 3.8, it shows trucks coming from as far away as British Columbia.
Really?
Are using Duvall's roads to bypass the traffic congestion around Seattle.
So they're using Main Street as a shortcut?
Basically.
Wow.
So these big rigs are rumbling through a small town. I was looking at the pictures in the report.
Yeah.
Main Street is really charming.
Yeah.
It has that classic small town feel, brick buildings and shops.
It is charming.
Which is why this increase in truck traffic is a concern for residents.
Right.
It's not just congestion, it's noise, air quality,
Yeah.
and how it impacts the character of the town. There are a couple of spots they mentioned, like the Woodinville-Duvall Bridge
Okay.
and the intersection of Cherry Valley Road and Main Street
Yeah.
that are already causing headaches.
It's like those trucks are the elephant in the room, literally.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, so we've got failing intersections in the future and a growing number of trucks.
Right.
What does the plan say about these challenges?
Right. What are they going to do?
Well, the plan acknowledges the role of freight traffic
Okay.
and talks about how Duvall fits into the state's larger freight and goods transportation system. The FGTS.
Right.
They even have a ranking, and Duvall's isn't great.
Yeah.
But this is important because that ranking can influence funding decisions.
Okay.
A higher ranking could mean more state dollars to improve those troubled spots.
So where does that leave Duvall? Are they stuck, or do they have a plan?
Let's take a look at what they're proposing.
Because honestly, after reading all those traffic projections, I'm feeling kind of, well, trapped. I need an escape route.
Maybe a bike path.
Ooh.
Because on a brighter note, Duvall seems to have a pretty robust plan for active transportation.
Okay.
That includes walking, biking, and even...
Wait, horses?
Yes, horses. You can't get much more small-town charm than that.
That's amazing.
But we'll come back to the horses later.
Okay.
First, let's talk about those bike paths.
All right, lead the way. I'm ready to ditch the car.
So if we look at figures 4.1 and 4.2, 4.1 shows the pedestrian network,
Wow.
meaning sidewalks and crosswalks, are in pretty good shape, especially downtown.
The bike network is a different story.
Yeah, figure 4.2 is a little sparse. There are gaps in the system, especially further out from downtown.
Why does this matter? Can't people just bike on the roads?
Well, it's not that simple.
Okay.
Sharing the road with cars can be dangerous, especially on busy roads with higher speeds.
Right.
Dedicated bike lanes and paths make cycling a lot safer and more appealing,
Yeah.
especially for families with children or people who aren't as comfortable riding in traffic.
So it's about safety.
Yeah.
But are these bike paths just for recreation, or are they part of the town's overall transportation strategy?
It's actually a crucial part of it.
Okay.
And it's not just about getting people around.
Yeah.
It's about creating a more sustainable transportation system, one that reduces their reliance on cars.
So more bikes equals fewer cars.
Exactly.
Which could help with those failing intersections.
Exactly.
I see.
It has other benefits too, like less pollution,
Right.
healthier lifestyles,
Yeah.
even a more vibrant community.
Okay. I'm convinced. But how are they going to fix these gaps in the bike network? Are they just going to paint some lines on the roads?
There's a lot more to it than that.
But-
They're proposing some pretty substantial improvements,
Ooh.
which we'll get into in the next part of our deep dive.
Sounds good. I'm ready for part 2.